Well, welcome in on this Tuesday evening. It's about 7:45 here on Tuesday evening. I am Chief Meteorologist Austin Bowling, giving you just a quick update on severe weather that is working its way through with a newly issued tornado warning now, even in the severe thunderstorm watch here for Tillman County. So this is coming up on the Frederick area. This is radar indicated here until 8 o'clock. So for another 15 or so minutes, they're noticing some areas of circulation just to the west of Frederick, moving east at about 10 miles per hour. So extremely slowly as it's is working its way through. If you're joining us from Lawton, Walters, Duncan, elsewhere, this is primarily for Frederick right now. We'll hop off of here, and you could see this circulation area right in here. Kind of give it another loop, and you can see this wraparound right in here. There is your circulation that's coming right towards the Frederick radar. So that's on the southeast side of town, right around the airport, if you're familiar with the Frederick area. So let's get a look into this storm and let's pick it apart and let's see what we've got here. So there, we're looking really close to the radar here. So you're able to pick up very low in this storm. Again, you're seeing areas that are away and toward right in here, but you're still seeing some very strong winds that are rushing in right here. We can kind of piece this apart or pick this apart, and let's see what the radar is picking up wind-wise with this storm that low. So that's suggesting 55-mile-per-hour winds that are going to be coming right into Frederick. So this is coming really low on this storm, and it's going to be coming right into Frederick, right into downtown Frederick. So we're getting really low on this storm. So more than likely 55-mile-per-hour winds coming into the town of Frederick, the city of Frederick. So that's what we're looking at here at the moment. That circulation is trying to pick up, but this is maybe losing that circulation. You can see if we scrub it back, you can see what prompted the tornado warning earlier. So when you get the away, so this shot right in here, when you stop it there, and then you go right back in here drawing this, there was your away, there's your towards, there was your circulation right in there. But as this has gone on, it's kind of lost that feature, and you're looking at more of the straight line winds that are trying to take over here into downtown Frederick at this moment. So I'll back out here, and we're looking at the folks over in Chattanooga. So we're seeing those storms working their way through. If we time this out, let me take off the little investigative bubble there. So this is moving east at 10 miles per hour, so not very quickly. And if it continues to go on this track, it looks like it's going to be along or just south of Highway 5. So Amy Santillan saying, are we safe in Chattanooga? So obviously we're keeping our eyes on the possibility of those storms working their way in your direction if it holds on here. It is trying to dive maybe a little more south of east. So as of the moment, this is crawling along at 10 miles per hour. So let's put the track on here off towards just a little south of east, 10 miles per hour. And if it crawls at that speed, it is not going to be there in a hurry. That puts Chattanooga closer to 10 o'clock. I would think something finally kicks that along to get that there much sooner. But Chattanooga is going to be close there, Amy. So just want to hang on and watch out for that one as well. So let's stop this real quick. Let's head back to reflectivity, and let's delete the track off of here real quick and give you just the quick look, the quick overview of everything that's happening here. There was a pretty significant circulation down here across Baylor and Archer counties in Texas. That has lost that signature as it's now gone closer to Wichita Falls and Archer City. So that's definitely some great news there. What we've been watching for, there has been a bit of a boundary that's been draped right around here. So this has been the area where everything south of here was going to be the better chance at seeing tornadoes, but now we're starting to see some isolated storms popping up here in the severe thunderstorm watch further towards the north. That includes Tillman and Comanche counties, where we're seeing this isolated circulation that's being picked up here. So that's what we're watching for, these very isolated circulations popping up north of this boundary. This hopefully just continues to become more straight line winds. I mean, I know we dealt with the winds rather jarringly this morning as the severe thunderstorm warning came out for all of us at 4 o'clock this morning, 4:30, depending on when you got up. But again, no matter how you slice this, straight line winds or circulation, it all does damage. So we still want to be on our guard here. We want to keep our eyes on the storms as they continue to make their way towards the east. Take your duck rules, precautions here in the Frederick area right now. This is going to be straight line winds coming in. This is over towards the golf course, I believe, on the west side of Frederick. And this is from downtown Frederick. There's 1, 2, 3 miles towards the east that we're to the west, excuse me, that it is coming straight into town. So that is going to be straight line winds, and you could see some blue starting to show up there. This may be some stronger winds trying to mix down towards that radar. So that's suggesting 60-mile-per-hour winds, 61, 62 coming into Frederick. So I'm going to pull up the mesonet, and let's just see what winds we're looking at as this works its way through. It's not too much of the circulation now. It is the straight line winds with this storm system. So let's see those wind gusts gusting to 36 in Tipton, 18 in Granfield. So we're not going to get the mesonet data showing that here. But again, this is very low on the radar. The radar is right here, southeast side of Frederick at the airport, and it is coming very low on this storm. So it is reading the lowest levels of this storm right here. So that's why it's picking up on those 60-mile-per-hour winds coming into the Frederick area. So give that another 5 or 10 minutes, and that's coming right into town, folks. So you want to be hunkered down as this storm works its way through. Let's hop off of here. Let's go back to the reflectivity again. So Michaela, Nieto, Todd is asking what Lawton is looking at. So we're looking at this storm right in here. This whole line is working its way through. And you notice that this box right in here, that pretty much shades in all the Comanche, northern Tillman, and southern Kiowa County. They've already put out the flash flood warning. Given how wet things have been, probably not a bad idea. So any of this torrential rain that's going to come down is just going to run off. Where's it going to go? Again, the ground can't hold any more water, so it's just going to run off. The roads are going to run off. The creeks and canals are going to run off. So we're going to be seeing some flash flooding concerns as this comes through within the next half hour and change. So let me delete this. See the latest track on here. Let's see. This has been going. That's in the half hour. Trying to get this off of here and see how far this has moved. So it's moved. Let's see here. I'm losing my data. It's not giving me that. There we go. It's a little bit better. It's moved. So we're looking 25, 30 miles per hour here. So just trying to find the right track or pace on this storm as it works its way through. Lynn asking if my stream is accessible outside of Facebook. Yes, it is on YouTube. If you want to search for Texoma Weather Lab, you'll be able to find my stream on YouTube right there, Lynn. So go to YouTube and you'll be able to find it there. Let's put a track on this here Let's get a line, the linear mode here, and then let's put this in a few spots. It's trying to pull the okay. Now let's push this towards the east. And let's put it at about 25 miles per hour. That looks to be about the pace that it's moving. So that's going to be in Indiahoma, closer to 8:15. We're looking at Cache at 8:30, Chattanooga at 8:35, Mears at 8:45, Latonka Acres at 8:50, Medicine Park 8:52, Lawton. It's going to be closer to 9 o'clock with the leading edge. Get to Sneed Acres at 9:01, Geronimo 9:03, Lakeside Village 9:10, Walters 9:15, Elgin 9:20, Hewlin 9:25, along with Letitia. There's the extension of the tornado warning. This is going to be just outside of Chattanooga. So who was it that was watching from Chattanooga here? Amy Santillan. So again, this is coming up for not Comanche County, but it is in the direction of Chattanooga. So we got Mark Payne asking, are more storms expected to follow later tonight after this round? Yes, we are looking at heavy rain and storms sticking around through at least the first half of the day tomorrow, Mark. So that's what we got to be watching out for. So we are watching for this. Again, Snyder is right on your doorstep here. You're looking at heavier rain. The stronger storms, Mia, are just to your south. You're looking at heavy rain and some gusty winds. The circulation is going to stay to your south. So that circulation's passing right over Frederick. Again, it was more straight line winds the last I looked, and now we're going to be right over top of the radar with this latest look. So it is pulling, again, right on top of the radar. There is the away, and there is the towards as those strong winds rush into town. So we are still, again, this is a radar indicated tornado at last check. Let's get the track off of here and let's see. So again, radar indicated and quarter size hail, still located near Frederick, moving east at 20 miles per hour. So again, we'll take it from near Frederick and we'll push this towards the east at 20 miles per hour. We'll take the cellular view rather than the line view and get this more fine-tuned for eastern Tillman County and northwestern Cotton County and far southern Comanche County. So this does not include Lawton or Cache or Medicine Park. Carla, we're looking at more that line back here. Nope. Push it off towards the east. It's going at 20 miles per hour. So this is going to be the track just for that circulation area right around Frederick. So if it goes right along Highway 5, it's coming into Hollister at around 8:10, Chatty, 8:45, Faxon, close or just south of you at 9, Cookietown in Cotton County, coming up around 9:21. So that's going to be closer to Walters around 9:30 if it continues to go down that line. So I believe we had somebody else in here from Walters. Eric is in here. So Eric heads up around that 9:30 time frame. That storm will be working its way through to you. So Carla asking what Cache is in for. This circulation is going to stay to your south. Again, probably some gusty winds and some smaller hail along with some torrential rain. So again, flash flooding is still a concern. Watch out for those creeks pretty much everywhere across Comanche County. It is going to be coming down hard and fast. Casey is asking about what time can we expect things in the Marlo Duncan area. So let me hop off of this real quick and go back to the reflectivity view. And then let's push this again. It's moving at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Put the linear mode back on here. This. Nope. That. Put it off towards the east at around 25 miles per hour. Let's see towards the Stevens County area what we're looking at here. Again, that puts it at Walters around 9:10. looking at Gas City, Coram at around 9:41, Central High 9:42, Empire City 9:45, Marlo at 10. So again, Casey, we're looking at about that 10 o'clock, that 9:45, 10 o'clock time frame. So Chad Hernandez and a lot of westward low cloud moving around 67th Street in Lawton. So again, nothing here just yet, but yeah, you're seeing a lot of those low clouds coming into town. So why don't you cover all the way to OKC? Too large of an area. So uh, I worked in this market down here. So I pretty much am just staying with the area I know best. To be completely honest with you, I worked at the local station in Lawton and really only covered up until about Chickasha, Anadarko, Hobart, and just north of Mangum. So those are areas I'm comfortable with, and I know there are other guys that are all over the place that are covering Oklahoma City as well. I'm going to cover the area that I know best and that I know needs the coverage. So that's nothing slighting the Oklahoma City folks. I can. But right now, I'm just starting on the smaller area and just making sure I do that well. So just a little bit of dose of some honesty here, bro. So that's what I'm looking for here, covering just the Southwest Oklahoma area right now. So what about Geronimo? So Geronimo, again, it's that circulation. I should say Kimberly should be just off to your south. Geronimo's looking about 9 o'clock here. So that's about the time frame. That's what we're looking for here. Jessica saying local station is stuck on Texas. So that's been the biggest storm, and it has had the history of producing a tornado. So yeah, I can see that, and especially if given help to the other station down south. So that's what you're looking at now. Tony is asking about anything for Lawton. Again, it would be mainly uh, gusty winds upwards of 60, and then some smaller hail. So Caitlin asking, will the rotation stay south of Lawton? Right now, it appears that is the case. Now, I'll break this down a little bit more. And again, still that area of circulation is right around in here, uh, just outside of Frederick. Uh, so it looks like it's going to stay right along Highway 5. It would be more Chattanooga, Faxon, maybe as far north as Geronimo, but I still think it should stay south of Geronimo. We'll keep our eyes on that, obviously, as it drives towards the east a little bit more. Let's put this back into motion again and just see what this is doing. So it's kind of been swirling right there. Those strong winds went right through Frederick. So those 60-mile-per-hour winds went right through downtown, and as it got closer to the radar, it's kind of lost that. So you're still looking at that circulation right over the airport. And now we're starting to see, we'll see what this looks like out on the other side of the radar as it gets just north of Hollister. So Joshua saying we're starting to see some thunder here, starting to get some thunder here in Waurika. Back out a little bit more, and you're probably going to have that cluster of storms coming up out of Texas. Joshua, coming up for you. That storm, again, that's got some ping pong ball size hail in it. So we'll have to see what that cluster is doing. It is moving east at 35. So don't want to forget these folks down towards the south. This line is also coming up into southwest Oklahoma as well. So put a line here so that this tracks into Jefferson County, and that's about 30 miles per hour. So that's going to be coming up here. We're looking at Temple around 840, Hastings 847, Waurika for you, Joshua, coming up around 855. 8:50 to 9 o'clock is about what we're looking at there. Ryan around 9 o'clock, Addington 9:02, Terrell around 9:04, up into southern Stevens County, possibly around 9:15 for the Comanche folks. Ringling over into far eastern Jefferson County, you'd be looking closer to 9:40, 9:45. So that's what we're looking for there. Haley's asking about Walters again. So if this circulation area holds together and goes right down the highway, we'd have to watch out for this. So let me get off of here and go back to, there's another tornado warning that's coming out just for the south side of Wichita Falls. So we're going to be watching for that too. So if that holds on, we'd be looking at Ryan and Terrell down the line. So southern tip of Jefferson County. Need to be watching out for that storm south of Wichita Falls. So there are 2 tornado warnings ongoing here that could be impacting southwest Oklahoma. So that's right along the boundary. That's the one we definitely need to be watching down here. The one up here is north of the boundary, and we'll see how this interacts. So go back to the velocity here, and we're starting to see this come back out on the other side. Could be seeing, again, this is heading away towards, so maybe some circulation here. Kind of play this out and see where it stands. It's not really the focus area that it's been at, though, so that's new development. So it's kind of still sort of there, not as tight, but we'll see what they do with this. Still want to be taking my precautions here. Chatty, Faxon, Cookie Town in Cotton County. If we push this off, we get the cellular mode back here so we can focus just on this. So we put it right in here. I've got to clear that out just a little bit more. Get that off of there. Let's push it off towards the east. Around, it's coming a little bit faster. And it took away the speed for me. Great. Let's see. $20 miles per hour. So again, Chattanooga is coming up here around 8:55. Jessica, who is asking. Yeah, I appreciate you. You can do what you want. I appreciate you for hopping in and giving me a chance anyways. Still have that line of storms, again, just to the east of Frederick, right along Highway 5. It's going to be working its way through. And Walters was still looking at about 9:45. So if that holds on, that's going to be working its way in that direction into northern parts of Cotton County. Jessica asking about Chattanooga again about 8:55. That's what we're looking for, a time frame for the Chattanooga area. Let's get down around. So that circulation down there is definitely a little bit more impressive. So this one's coming into the south side of Wichita Falls. Let's get the details on this one. There's some ping pong ball size hail. That rotation is starting to tighten up. Just so we could time this out for Ryan and Terrell down the line. That's moving east at 30 miles per hour. So we'll put the track on here again. Your circulation area back here. And put that out in the direction of southern Jefferson County. 30 miles per hour. So let's put this into Terrell at around 9:30 and Ryan around 9:30 as well. So those in southern Jefferson County, you're looking here in the next hour and a half. That's what you're looking for as far as that storm goes. Still have that area of circulation coming up into southwest Oklahoma that just isn't looking as impressive as the one down in North Texas. You can see the clear difference here, the brighter colors. It's a little bit tighter right here. You have the towards, you have the away. There's your circulation coming up Highway 82 into southwest Wichita Falls, down around Memorial Stadium for folks there in Wichita Falls. So if you know anybody down there, they need to be taking their tornado precautions there. as well. So Holly saw a meteorologist mention gorilla hail. I know exactly who you're talking about. It's Reed Timmer. He is pretty big about the gorilla hail. So what on earth is that? Is that just a term he made up? So yes, that is your clickbait term. So just really, really big hail. Anything on the order of that tennis ball, baseball size hail is pretty much what he's talking about with that. So yes, whenever you see Reed talk about gorilla hail, it is something really big. And we did see that last week with that DVD size hail out there in West Texas around the Lubbock area. So again, watch it out for that. That storm's going to be splitting between Henrietta and Petrolia. I know there was somebody that was from the Petrolia School District that was asking me about their school trip for tomorrow. So they need to be hunkered down here in northern half of Clay County. But Wichita Falls is, I want to kind of piece this through real quick. Still watching that circulation. Strong winds definitely coming out of Frederick, but the circulation area is still trying to come together there right along Highway 5, just a few miles east of Frederick. Let's see if there's not any debris being detected here, but that circulation is definitely quite intense there in Wichita Falls. So right in there coming out of Holiday, and you can see the downtown or the city of Wichita Falls. You're looking Memorial Stadium area down here, Kell and Southwestern Parkway. So that's going to be coming into town pretty quickly. And pretty strong winds coming through Burke Burnett as well. So that is North Texas. You need to be watching out Ryan, Terrell, Sugden around 9 to 9:30, probably closer to 9:15 is what you're looking at there. There is that circulation area still holding on, coming out of the Frederick area. So we still have it right here. So there is your away and your towards right here. So your circulation area is right in here, just about 1, 2, 3, 4 miles east of Frederick and about a mile or two south of Highway 5. So this is going to be very close, if not just north of Hollister, and it's still moving very slowly off towards the east. All right, let's go back to the reflectivity because there's probably several folks that are joining us from Duncan, Lawton, Walters, just wondering what's going on here. There's some heavier rain east side of town, right along Trail Road, Highway 65, Pumpkin Center, starting to go up the highway up towards Sterling and Elgin. So you're definitely going to be hearing some thunder here soon. We'll see the rain pick up here in the Lawton area shortly. But there's nothing severe with that storm. It is just going to be a lot of training rain that's going to add to that flash flooding threat for the region. So we want to watch out for that. That will probably end up being the primary concern for tonight will be the flooding threat, just because everything is still soaked. That water has nowhere else to go but those low-lying areas. So the typical spots, 2nd Street, over towards 38th and Lee, stay away from the canals, all those typical low spots. You want to go ahead and avoid those for tonight. That rain's going to come through heavily this evening, and then there's more on the way overnight tonight, and then throughout the day for the first half of the day, heading through Wednesday. Good news, that tornado warning has been allowed to expire. They've gone ahead and dropped that, but still want to be watching out for the areas there around Chattanooga and Fex and around Cookietown. So we want to watch out for that. Still has a history of producing that rotation. It is not gone completely, but it is definitely weaker than it was. So there is that leftover circulation right in here. So we'll still watch for in there. If I can take that off again. So again, right in here, there is your circulation area. It's still weak. Still need to be watched. It is not done by any means, but we'll keep our eyes on that for sure. Do you think we should get the chopper up yet? Sorry, I can't forget that one. I thought I had my little tiny helicopter here. It's in another room. So yeah, I can't live that one down. I know you'll probably go on to if you go on to YouTube and search Austin Bowling, I'm sure you're going to find the helicopter video that I'm so infamous for. So still haunts me to this day sometimes. Kyle Carr is in here watching. Thank you as always for hopping in and supporting the channel. Back out here a little bit more. If you're joining us from Altus, Quanah, Mangum, Hollis, not really seeing much out there right now. Again, the main storm is Wichita Falls. That's a higher population area, and that is a stronger rotation. So we're still watching out for that. A lot of lightning showing up there. Granfield coming up through Randelette and Duval. It's going to be heading towards Walters and Temple here soon. So a lot of lightning there. There's a little bit more lightning up here around Indiahoma and Snyder. And then a couple of lightning strikes out in eastern Lawton as well. So those are some stronger storms that we're watching out for. Let's hop over to the hail product and let's see. Not much, maybe at as much as pea-size hail east side of town. Maybe some slightly bigger pieces down around Granfield, but really the hail isn't as much of the problem with these storms right now as it is the straight line winds and the rain with this. So there are some very strong winds coming out of North Texas into the Randelette and Duval area. Go over to Granfield, not seeing anything higher than 15 miles per hour in Granfield right now. But those winds look significantly stronger. They're trimming back the tornado warning a little bit more. So this suggests winds 50 to maybe 50 to 60 in here. That's going to be coming up Duval, Randelette, along 70 here in southern Cotton County. You want to watch out for those strong winds working their way through. It's right on the doorstep of Duval, about to come up on the casinos on I-44 and cross over towards the Big Pasture area, right along the highway into Randelette. So that is the strongest part wind-wise with this storm right now. You can see up here, we're still looking at some pretty strong gusty winds coming through Loveland, about to come up on the Chattanooga Sky Harbor Airport off of Highway 36 there. So Ashley says, calm in Lawton, Fort Sill right now. A little noise, but trees are almost still. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder what's on the doorstep here. But right now, it is this severe storm that has quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds and just a weak circulation area. The strongest stuff is down here around Highway 70, coming up into Burke Burnett. So there are some stronger winds moving through Burke. So just south of Duval and Randelette here, that is picking up on 70-mile-per-hour winds. So you track that. If you know anybody along US 70 down towards Highway 65 south of Temple, there's going to be some strong winds coming up through there as well. Faith Williamson, I was wondering if it's going to get bad in Lawton. So right now, the strongest stuff, as I'm showing you here, is south of Highway 70. So right now, some pretty strong winds are going to come just south of Randelette. That could be some 60 or 70-mile-per-hour winds there. And coming up towards, let's put this into motion, and let's see how this is progressing. So this is moving more in, is it moving straight east or is it moving? So it is still moving more in this direction here. So it's going to be heading up towards Cashin, staying north of the Shepherd Air Force Base. It's going to head into northern Clay County, southern Cotton County. So right along the Red River towards US 70. So south of Randelette over towards 65 and 70. That's where you're going to see that strongest wind working its way through. That tornado warning down here in Wichita Falls, still that area of circulation. It's going to be right in here. So that is actually where the just north of the TV stations down there in Wichita Falls. So I'm sure they are hunkered down. So again, know each of those folks down there. So please keep them in your thoughts as they battle this. That is going right over or right near the TV stations where that area of circulation is a little bit more suspect right there. So maybe just a mile or two heading towards the City View School District there in northern parts of Wichita Falls. So that tornado warning ongoing there. Bring things back into perspective up here north of the Red River again. We haven't seen an extension of the severe thunderstorm warning here. So Amy saying that they got to shelter. So we're still, Amy, we're not really looking at that circulation area as much. Again, it, I don't think it's as big an issue for the shelter, but that circulation is much weaker than it was. I think you're looking at pretty strong winds, maybe on the order of 50 coming through here, Amy, but not anything tornadic coming towards Chatty at the moment. So it's better to be safe than sorry. But as far as any focused circulation area, I'm not really looking at that for the Chattanooga area here at the moment. Just some gusty winds working their way through. So should Lawton be worried? Jessica never. Right now, other than some heavy rainfall, again, my biggest concern is going to be the flash flooding for tonight. So again, if you're in one of those low-lying areas, you need to go ahead and seek out that higher ground. There is the new tornado warning that is now in for southern Cotton County. So again, I've got some good folks that are down there in the Temple area that, again, if they can hear my voice, this is not for you yet, but it is heading in your direction. So there are a couple of circulation areas that we'll need to watch out for. There's one right here over Duval, away towards. There's your circulation area right around Duval. And then this area here, look at the winds really ramping up for Burke-Burnett. Significant winds away, strong winds towards. So there's two areas of circulation. Amy, yes. I think you're good. I have not talked about Duncan yet, Brittany, so we're kind of focused a little bit more Lawton and Walters at the moment. I still think you're probably looking closer to 9:30 or 10 o'clock, Brittany, down the road with these. But these storms continuing to get a little bit more organized. Two areas of circulation that I'm watching for. Again, Duval right here, south of Randolette. Two areas of circulation. So either side of US 70. So if you are in Randolette, even the folks in Temple, I need you to go ahead and take your precautions now too. Watch this coming down the line. Could be either one of these circulations. I'm going to back out a little bit more. Let's read the warning and see what they've got. So thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. The one they're focused on is 4 miles northeast of Burke-Burnett. So again, there is another circulation area near Duval. That is not the one they're focused on. The one they're focused on is coming out of Burke-Burnett. So Randolette needs to be in shelter right now. It is going to be coming on the south and southeast side. It's going to skirt pretty close to town. So we need everybody in Randolette, Big Pasture, to seek your shelter immediately. The other circulation is going to go north of Randolette, coming right through Duval right now. So let's kind of point these out, the direction that they're going. That's going to be heading more towards Highway 5C and 277, I believe. So right in there, that's going to be heading towards areas just southwest of Walters, closer to Cookietown. This one right here is heading right towards southern and eastern parts of Randolette. So again, this is moving east at 15 miles per hour. I think it's moving a little more north of east, if we're being completely honest. Let's get our track back on here. let's go back to the linear mode. So there are 2 areas of circulation I'm watching out for. It would just give me the track. That's all I'm looking for here. Nope, not what I want. Love it when the technology doesn't want to work with you when you're trying to figure it out. Try to give folks timely information and it doesn't want to work. So that's moving. Again, I'm going to push this out a little bit further. I want the folks down the line, Temple Hastings, to have some ample time here as well. Let's see here. Randolette, 8:32. So that is here in the next 5-10 minutes. There is not much time. Randolette needs shelter now. You need to be downstairs, middle of the house. Get as close as you can. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. This storm is strengthening in a hurry. Temple, if this holds together, 9 to 9:15. So again, my good friends down there in Temple, I need you to be aware of this. This is actually going to pick up some pace. So let's put it about 8:50, 9 o'clock. So Temple, hunker down now. This is heading in your direction. This is going to be significant winds. The other circulation in Duval, that's going to get another tornado warning right there. So that is heading more towards the north. So these circulation areas are intensifying. So let's break this down. The latest warning here. So there are 2 circulation areas, Randolette and Duval. Randolette is heading northeast towards Temple. The one near Duval is heading a little bit more east of north. So it is heading northeast at 25 miles per hour. So let's get our cellular mode here. Close that off. Let's push this off towards the northeast at 25. Come on, work with me here. Let's push this up towards Geronimo and near the Walters area. So 25 miles per hour, heading in that general direction along or parallel to I-44 at that time frame. Just lost the track. I love this software today. It's just, there's nothing in the way here. So Cookie Town, again, we're coming up pretty close to that. Let me back out further and let me push this down the line even more just so we can get some folks in here. This holds together. It goes in this general direction towards Geronimo. What's the lead time we can give folks in Geronimo just in case? 9:15. So Blue Jay Country looking about 9:15. So I know folks are asking about Cache, Waurika, Lawton right now. Again, most of these storms are still at least an hour away. Melissa asking about Waurika. If this stuff holds on, we're looking at about another hour and a half or so working its way through. So we're kind of timing this through in chunks. Again, these 2 areas of circulation, if I back this out some more, again, not really seeing anything up here in Tillman, Kiowa, or Comanche County right now. Again, that is some heavy rain and some storms. You're definitely seeing the lightning, hearing the thunder here across Comanche County. The 2 pressing areas, these are very strong areas of rotation. One out of Duval, that is looking more and more like a likely tornado. The other one is coming up here just a few miles southeast of Randolette. Randolette still needs to be hunkered down here. Right in here, that is probably a likely tornado. This one is probably a likely tornado right here. So again, that is heading off in this direction towards the 5 and 277 intersection. This one here, if I kind of see which way it's going, this is going to be heading closer to Temple. Again, really stressing here, those folks, Temple, you need to be taking your precautions right now. I know you're not in the warning now, but I want you seeking your shelter immediately. I know we've got a lot of folks that like to head down there for dinner. Want those folks to seek their shelter now. Let's go ahead and get the lead time on this now and get to your safe spot. Don't want to mess around with this. This continues to strengthen. Two areas of circulation, both likely tornadoes here. But let me get into the debris detection and see what we've got. Not seeing anything right yet, but maybe something trying to develop there southeast of Randelette. Maybe something trying to get going north of Duval. There's a third tornado warning that's going to include a sliver of southern Cotton County. So those folks, who was it that was coming in from Waurika? I know there's some other folks watching from Waurika. You're going to have to watch this storm coming out of Wichita Falls. So that's, I was just talking to one of the principals there at Petrolia. You guys need to be taking shelter as well for that latest tornado warning. So let's get out of the correlation coefficient. So this talks about different shapes. As long as everything is pink, everything is the same size. So either hail or raindrops. If it's blue, then we're seeing things that are different shapes. We're not seeing that with these circulations just yet, but each of these areas, again, I'll show you here. There is the one coming out of Wichita Falls right there. That's heading towards Dean and Petrolia up 79. The other one is right here, a few miles southeast of Randelette, just north of the Red River. The other one is just a few miles northeast of Duval. So that again, heading up towards Cookietown. This one is heading in the direction of Temple. This one is heading in the direction of Dean, Petrolia, and Byers. And then an hour and a half away, we're probably looking down Waurika and Sugden area. There is a fourth one down here, Henrietta. That would be heading towards Terrell. So even the far southern tip of Jefferson County, we need those folks around Ringgold in Montague County, Texas, and Terrell, the southern tip of Jefferson County, to be on their guard here. So 4 circulation areas, all working their way through Cotton and towards Jefferson counties. Again, a lot of folks asking about their specific towns here, just putting things back into motion and just getting an idea of how fast these storms are moving. Let's see here. That one's moving again northeast at 25. So I'm going to try and push these out a little bit further based on the current path that they're taking. So that is going to put it close, or if not just west of Geronimo. If I put it at 25 miles per hour, has GMO here at around 9:15. So Kimberly Craft, if you're asking about that, watch out for that possible circulation area coming into your neck of the woods here about 9:15. Not saying that's a legit tornado, but still got to watch out for that. Walters, looks like these are going to be both to your west and to your east, but still need Walters to be taking their precautions right now. There are several areas where we could be seeing a little bit of circulation tightening up to create a tornadic circulation. Let's get this off of here. Kind of digging down here. This is about to cross over Highway 70 right in here. Again, still heading in this direction. Still want Temple to be sheltered here, getting in your safe spot right now. Up towards areas west of Walters. We've got these areas of circulation working their way through. Again, that is the immediate concern right now. Go back to, I think we've got some heavy rain coming down here. I've got the headphones on, so sorry I had to take that off and just verify I was actually hearing what I was hearing. So heavy rain coming down Lawton Cache, Chattanooga here. These areas of circulation should stay east of Chattanooga and Faxon as well, but it is Cookietown, Walters, Temple that need to be taking their shelter down the line here. This line, just trying to get, I think at last check, this was all moving east at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. So I'm going to put a broad track on this just so the folks here in Stevens and Jefferson counties can get an idea of what is down the line. So the linear mode, let's get a line here. And it just keeps trying to give me. So here, here and here. Let's push this out. So it's about 30 miles per hour. Give you just a little extra leeway time here. So Waurika around 9:05, Ryan 9:10, Walters 9:15, Coram 9:16, Comanche 9:30, Hewlin at 9:30, Empire City a little after 9:30. Looking at Loco around 9:50, as well as Duncan and Central High. Marlo closer to 10, Velma Alma at around 10, and then out towards areas towards the east. So that is what we're seeing there. So that's trying to give those folks in Stevens and Jefferson County a little bit of leeway time for these. So we're looking again, most of these folks between 9:15 and 9:45. So that's what we're looking at here. Another 40 to 45 minutes, but it is these individual circulations that are taking my immediate attention right here as we try to keep these folks in Cotton County safe. And then Jefferson County with those southern storms working their way through. Let's go back to velocity. Let's see where we're at here. Still have that area of circulation coming. What is that highway there? That is 5B coming up on Taylor, the Taylor community. So that's working its way through. Again, right in here. So right here is, it's been heading more along the lines here. So it's going to be coming very close, if not just south of Temple, maybe around the bend in Highway 5, just south of Temple. Still need those folks in Temple to be taking shelter just in case. Again, there's just these little wiggles along this whole line that we need to be watching out for. I got this other area of circulation that's north of Duval. Some very strong winds in here. Let's stop this and kind of gauge what these winds are projecting. And that is every bit of 70 to possibly 75 mile per hour winds coming up towards 5 and 277. So that's Cookie Town right in there. Still the possibility of a tornadic circulation in here, strong away and back towards. So your circulation is right here, heading through Cookie Town and up towards the Geronimo area. So that was still moving at about 25 miles per hour. And we'll see again, there's some little wiggles in this line south of Highway 5 that may also create a quick area of circulation. Down towards the south, let's see the one here in northern Clay County. That's still riding just north of Dean, up 79 towards Byers. So if that holds on, we've got to watch out for areas down the line in Waurika. So they've put out a much larger tornado warning here. I am going to go ahead and loop Duncan in on this one, even though Duncan is not technically in this one. So this is going to include Walters, Temple, Waurika, Addington, Hastings, Comanche, Empire, and southern and western stretches of Duncan. So again, if you are in eastern Cotton County, if you are in northeastern or northwestern Jefferson County, including Waurika, if you're in the southwestern corner of Stevens County, you need to be taking your shelter right now. This is going to be for some embedded circulations within the main line of straight line winds here. So see, it's moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So it is picking up the pace. So we're going to put a new track on this as it makes its way through. So Temple, that circulation area is going to come very close, if not just south of town. Very strong winds coming up on 44 and Highway 5A right there. So nobody should be driving along the highway south of Geronimo or north of Wichita Falls. So pretty much do not go past the toll gate right now. It is going to be very dangerous with blinding rain and embedded circulations that could become a possible tornado in here at any moment. So it's moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. We're going to time out this whole line here as I go back to, we got the linear mode on here. So let's go back to our circulation area. So right in here. Push this whole thing towards the northeast. We're going to make sure we loop in Duncan, just to give folks a heads up here. If you're joining us from Lawton, this is not affecting us right now. Temple, we're looking in the next 5 to 7 minutes. Hastings, 8:52. Gas City at 9. Empire City, 9:05. Comanche, 9:06. Oklahoma Hills at 9:12. Duncan, 9:15. Again, Duncan at 9:15. Temple here in the next handful of minutes. Comanche, 9:05. Duncan, 9:15. Seek shelter now. Again, this is going to be coming through. The main circulation area is right there, just to the southeast of Temple. There is another area of circulation that is, I'm trying to watch here. There's a little circulation right here. That could be coming very close to Walters. Walters needs to be seeking shelter here. That is moving northeast at around 50 miles per hour. That is coming through very quickly. We still have this other area of circulation that we're watching back here coming up on Cookietown. So not seeing any drop in this. So we're not seeing anything confirmed at the moment. But all of this is very strong winds working its way through. Elizabeth, thank you for being specific. So I have a little bit more time and patience here. I guess there's a lot of warnings on here. All you see is a spaghetti mess of red lines right now. And again, it's a lot to kind of parse through, and there's a lot of people asking for a lot of towns. And I'm trying my best to give everybody sufficient information to make themselves safe here. I'm not seeing any confirmed tornadoes on the ground with regards to the radar at the moment. Again, all of this is going to be wrapped in rain. So if you're going to be standing outside trying to look for any of this, you're not going to find it. So don't even worry about trying to get in on here. Lawton is right now looking at heavy rain. It's not even a severe storm here in Lawton. I'm going to be watching for that storm that's going to be coming through Cookietown and heading up I-44. Maris, we are not in the clear for Geronimo just yet. I still want to watch this storm that is coming up out of Cookietown and heading off towards the north. Now, is it heading more straight north? Looks like it's heading more in this direction here. I'm not trying to give too many people the all clear here. I still want a lot of folks to be hunkered down. So I'm going to say pretty much from right there, that is Highway 5, just between Chatty and Walters, all the way up through Hewlin, and then up towards the Lawton Duncan Y. So that is what we're seeing there. That area of circulation should stay right along or just south of that line. But Maris, you guys in Geronimo are just a little too close. I still want you guys to be ready to go just in case. But I still feel like this is a Walters, Temple, Waurika, Comanche, Empire City, Duncan deal that's working its way through. Recognized your voice and are very excited to hear the information from you. So one of my volunteers, again, some of her daughters that are here recognized my voice. So hopefully I could be at least a voice of calm in some confusion. Looks like the Weather Service has put out just a big blanket severe thunderstorm warning here. Quarter size hail. So as we mentioned, the hail is not a big threat here. It has been as much as maybe a quarter size, but it is the straight line winds, 70 miles per hour, the individual circulations that we have to watch out for. And so the whole line is moving northeast at 50, 45 to 50. Try to get back in here to these individual circulations. Cookietown, that is some pretty strong winds coming through right there, 70 mile per hour winds right through here. Coming right into Cookietown, that circulation is going to be coming up very close to the toll plaza and the gas station on the highway right there on I-44. So Walters needs to be hunkered down. Temple still needs to be hunkered down. Hastings, up towards Coram, Waurika Lake, Comanche down the line, Duncan, everybody in this broad tornado warning needs to be hunkered down right now. There is we're getting down into Temple here, getting really close. So from downtown, you're about 1, 2, 3.5 miles south here. So you got the school right here. Again, this is coming right into town. It's going to come right on the south side of town. So Temple needs to be hunkered down right now, just in case. This is not a confirmed tornado. I've not seen anything on radar, but this has been a pretty substantial feature as it's worked its way out of the Burke Burnett area. So this again going down the line, we're gonna watch this heading up towards Coram and up towards Comanche. So now to watch out for that one. Other areas of circulation here. The Petrolia circulation is not as strong, but still Sugden and Ryan need to be watching out for that one. The one down in Henrietta, again, not as strong as it was, but still there. So Terrell needs to be watching out for that one as well. Well, Elizabeth, let's just be careful. Again, we have had some tornadic circulations that have come through. We have, again, obviously 79, but back in 2014, I believe it was, we had the west side of Lawton was around the Goodyear plant. So all it takes is one, and we hope it is not tonight that we have to deal with any of that. Again, back up here, again, down the line, again, Lawton, Cache, Elgin, you are fine. It's just heavy rainfall that's coming down right now. It is the strong winds that are coming up into Temple, Hastings, Walters, the toll plaza here that we need to be watching out for. That blob of orange right here is 80-mile-per-hour winds. Randolette still seeing some strong winds coming through, and it is crossing the highway. So it's coming up on 44 and 5C. So that is Cookie Town right in there. So that tornado warning has been allowed to expire. So again, we're still looking at that area of circulation is going to be coming south of this line. So Toll Plaza up through Hewlin to Lawton Duncan Y, that circulation will stay just to the south there, but still significant winds coming through here. Okay, let's pause this. Let's put a new track on as new folks are joining us here. Trying to stay on top of this circulation here. Take off this. Let's stop this. It's going northeast at 50 miles per hour. So we got the linear mode on here. We're going to do kind of this broad arc here. Right in here. Temple, you need to be still hunkered down. We are not in the clear yet for the Temple folks. So that's going 50 miles per hour. Now, Temple, right on your doorstep right now. Temple still needs to be hunkered down right now. Walters needs to be hunkered down as well. Hastings on your doorstep too. Hewlin at 9:04. So again, listen out for your town here. Hewlin at 9:04. Empire City 9:06. Sunray 9:08. Oklahoma Hills at 9:13. Central High 9:15. Duncan 9:17. Marlo at 9:20. Bray at around 9:30. Again, that's moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hewlin 9:04. Empire City 9:06. Sunray 9:08. Dixie Park 9:12. Central High 9:15. Duncan 9:17. Marlo 9:20. Bray 9:30. So Kelsey saying that there is a tornado in Chatty. That is not true. No, that is definitely not true. There was a tornadic circulation that was heading towards Chatty earlier. That is not the case anymore. The main circulation is well to the south of Chatty here. So Temple, that circulation is still coming through right now. I'm going to get into the, let's see if we're seeing any of these dropping out here. See if there's any circulations that are being picked up here. Just try to keep a watch on these, see if there's anything that's popping up. Not seeing anything Not seeing anything as far as a confirmed tornado, but these little blips of blue just keep my attention for the moment. Velocity again, so still coming through Temple. Still need hunkered down. Walters still need hunkered down there as well. See some of these wind gusts. Not seeing anything significant in either of those places just yet either. Let me back out real quick and just show you where this is in regards to Lawton. Again, we are just seeing heavy rainfall here in the Lawton area right now. Again, the flash flood warning came out even before the rain came. So my biggest concern is going to be the threat of flash flooding concerns here in the Lawton area. So please, 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 let's take our precautions here. Let's make sure that we are staying out of those flooded roadways as that works its way through. So they have trimmed that back a little bit more. So still 70-mile-per-hour winds. Still moving northeast at 45. Radar indicated rotation. You could kind of see it right in here. Look at the rainfall right here as it's getting whipped around right in here. You can see that clear as day showing up on the rain view as that is just this whole thing is rotating right in here. It looks like a tiny hurricane coming right through central Cotton County. So all of that is working its way through the Walters area. So Kinley, Kaiser is the tornado threat as high for the next round of storms later tonight. I think, again, these areas a little bit more towards the east have a little bit of a higher threat for the tornado threat, but we'll still keep our eyes on it just in case. Still heavy rain and gusty winds are going to be the primary threat, but there could be a non-zero tornado threat going through here. So Amy said, I lost power for a minute. I didn't hear if we were in the clear after it passes. It'll be another couple of hours before the next round of storms comes through. I'll show the model once things get a little bit quieter. But for right now, for the short term, things are quiet. You see some more storms trying to develop here out in southwestern, in western North Texas. I'll just say that. So we'll have to watch out for those. So heavy rain, non-severe storm coming through Lawton, just a lot of heavy rainfall. Jaden's asking about Velma. So that line, I need to put a new track out for these folks out ahead of this line here. So put it here, here, here. That's going 45. Let's put this out into northeastern Stevens County. So Hastings on your doorstep here shortly. Empire City at 9:05, along with Comanche. Addington 9:06. Waurika 9:07. Duncan around 9:15. Marlo around 9:20. Velma, Jaden, Velma here around 9:30. So Velma Alma coming up around 9:30. Then down the line up into Caddo County. So again, all of this, if you're joining from Lawton or Cache or Elgin, this is staying off to our south. So that's what we're looking for here. All of this is staying south of Cache, Lawton, Elgin. We're just dealing with some torrential rain and the flash flooding threat. So again, key towns here: Comanche 9:05, Waurika 9:07, Duncan 9:15, Marlo 9:20, Velma Alma at around 9:30. Those are your next in line. Again, just going up here. So folks in Apache, Anadarko, Chickasha, Elgin, don't think I'm forgetting about them. Just a lot going on here, folks, to be honest. Not trying to forget anybody here. Just heavy rain, non-severe storms coming through the area. Take our track off here so it doesn't get. I've got those storms. Ryan, Terrell under that tornado warning now. Again, southern tip of Jefferson County. Those folks in Ryan and Terrell need to be seeking shelter here too. That circulation it's going to be right in here. So your way and your towards right in here. That's going to be coming up right close to both towns. So Ryan and Terrell, southern Jefferson County. Take your precautions now. Waurika, I think it's more straight line winds for you. Again, on the order of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds coming right towards Waurika. It's coming right past Bill's Catfish, coming right up into Waurika there. That's what we're looking for. Significant winds now. I still need the folks, even though the tornadic circulation has moved on. The new concern is that 70 to 80 mile per hour winds are going to be coming into Temple again. Yeah, right down the highway, folks. Temple, if you have come out of your shelter, you need to go right back in, folks. Significant winds coming right down Highway 5. I know the last time we had some pretty strong winds, the restaurant had the roof blown off. So I need these folks hunkered down again. Temple, back in your safe spot right now. I can't stress it enough. Coming right down Highway 5, more significant winds right into Temple. You can see that orange right in there. That is your strongest wind right here. If I stop it here. Again, that little peg right there, we're not getting a 95 or 100 mile an hour wind, but that is all 80 mile per hour winds coming right into Temple. And this is going to be lasting for not just a short time. This is going to be going on for 15, 20 minutes, folks. So Temple, hunker down now, please. Need these folks hunkered down. Again, I know these folks down here need them hunkered down right there in Temple. It's got this circulation area that's trying to come back. This is the one that was coming through Temple. Right in here. Let's see where this is tracking. Coming out of Temple, coming up here. So back out a little bit more. Let's make sure we're getting the right track on here. So this is going to be pretty quick. So that's about 40 miles an hour. Again, just trying to make sure I'm giving the right tracks here on, folks. Bear with me as I try to time these out a little bit more. I want to make sure we're giving the right folks the right heads up here. Again, new circulation area. This may be developing right along Highway 53, coming into the northern tip of Waurika Lake, well to the west of Comanche, but Empire City, west side of Duncan. You need to be watching out for this one here. Come on, give me the track. That's what I'm looking for here. Put this at 45, not 415, 45. Gas City, 907, Empire City. Bulldog Country, they're 910, Oil City around 915. Does not technically include Duncan there, but we're looking around that 910, 915. We're getting into that Highway 7, the bypass area. I need Empire City, west side of Duncan. Need you to be seeking your shelter now. Temple, gotta hunker down right now. So this is coming south out of Walters, right south out of Walters. That's where the significant winds are. It looks like they're going to stay right south of Walters, the strongest. Is there anything in Waurika right now? Again, that wall of wind is right at Hastings. This is going to be 70 mile per hour winds here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So Melissa, hang on. That's going to be 70 mile per hour winds. Hannah asking if Walters is good. The tornadic circulation is not there, but you're seeing some 60 mile per hour winds. Which one is it? There. I was already timing that out for you folks. There is the newest tornado warning here. This is going to include Duncan. The Central High area, Marlo and Bray. If you are in the sound of my voice, please share this. Please. We've got the western half of Stevens County under a tornado warning. I have already tracked this out for you, but I'm going to put the new track based on what path they have for this. I had it at 45, so good. We were already on track of that. So again, let's get the track off of here first. Let's recenter this. Let's get these folks the information they need here. So this is coming up. You're in Central High, Marlo, Bray, let's say Duncan bypass. Downtown Duncan is going to be very close, but this is going to be areas around Plato and North. Need you folks for sure to take your shelter. Pretty much along the length of the bypass. Need you guys seeking your shelter immediately. I think Hewlin, this is going to stay just off to the east. It's going to stay to the east of Hewlin. So that is some good news there. I believe somebody was asking about Hewlin. Again, Duncan, so Sylvia asking about Pumpkin Center. That's going to be well to the east of Pumpkin Center as well. Let's get the new track here. And it just took it off. Let's try and get this track on here. Oil City, 9:15. Central High, 9:20. Marlo, 9:25. Central High, 9:20. Marlo, 9:25. Oil City, right in there. So again, western stretches of Duncan. So we're talking territory area. The bypass. Need these folks hunkered down just in case. Pumpkin Center, this is going to stay to your east. Pumpkin Center, so Ashland, Whitney, this is going to stay to your east. You're going to deal with some gusty winds. This is going to stay to your east. Meridian, this is going to stay to the west of Meridian. So again, Pumpkin Center, this is staying to your east. Meridian, this is staying to your west. You're in Central High, the Lawton Duncan Y, Marlo, west side of Duncan, over towards the territory. Empire City, need you hunkered down right now. Back this out a little bit more. We still have those significant winds that are coming through Temple. Temple getting the strongest of the winds right now. Again, that is still every bit of 80-mile-per-hour winds coming right down the highway into town. Maris, there is no tornado warning for Geronimo. No tornado warning for Geronimo. This is the only tornado warning that is on the board right now is for Stevens, a sliver of Cotton, and far, far, far eastern Comanche County. Again, there is Letitia right here, Highway 65, north-south here. That is going to stay to your east. Hannah, as far as the shelter in Walters, we still have some pretty strong winds. I'd still stay hunkered down right now. Melissa, those strong winds are about to come into Waurika. So 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. So no warning for Lawton. Still heavy rain. Flash flooding is the bigger threat for Lawton. Kelsey asking about Faxon. Again, gusty winds. A lot of stuff is starting to wind down for Faxon. So Bray, this is going to be close for Bray. I think Bray's probably a little on the far east stretch of this, but you're in the warning. Need to be hunkered down. Crystal, you've got significant winds. You've got some 70 mile per hour winds coming through there, possibly 80. I need Temple hunkered down. I've been stressing for Temple for quite some time here. But again, it is just a sliver of Comanche County east of Highway 65. So again, just going to stay to the east of the Trail Road area, well to the east of the Trail Road, well to the east of Pumpkin Center. But again, still need Empire City, Gas City, Oil City, the Duncan bypass up towards Central High and Marlo to be seeking their shelter right now. Temple needs to be seeking their shelter. They are dealing with 80-mile-per-hour winds. Comanche, this is going to stay to your west, John Jones. But the 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in from your west will be on your doorstep here within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Hastings still looking at some heavy, strong winds. So getting that here. New flash flood warning for the Lawton area. That is why your phones are going off here. That is not a tornado warning for the Lawton area. That is a flash flood warning. So just try to see. That is not a flash flood emergency. That is a flash flood warning, but considerable. We'll go to the rainfall totals here in just a little bit, but still my main focus right now is the circulation. So Coram, it's right to the north of you right now. So Candy, that is just to your north, but you've got these strong winds that are coming out of Temple that are going to be very close to you. So these winds are coming up to Waurika Lake. It looks like there's a little cluster of neighborhoods right here. Can't quite see the roads here, but there are a cluster of homes here on the northern banks of Waurika that need to be watching out for this wind coming through. So this is going to be north of Hastings, right over Waurika Lake, with possibly 70 to 80-mile-per-hour winds. That tornadic circulation, again, north of Coram, it is heading to the west of Empire City, still heading in the direction of Central High now. Still want the folks along the bypass to be taking their tornado precautions right now, just in case. Again, don't want to mess with anything here tonight as this continues to work its way through. Down here, Ryan, Terrell, don't want to forget about these folks. Still some gusty winds coming right through. I don't see the tornadic circulation for the southern half of Jefferson County. So Ryan and Terrell, you're still technically in the tornado warning, but I'm not seeing that circulation as well defined as it was. Still pretty strong winds coming into town. Every bit of 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in here to Waurika and Addington right now. Comanche, you probably have about another 10 minutes on that wind coming into town as well. Temple still dealing with significant winds right now. Temple, we are still not in the clear yet. Walters, you're still seeing some heavy rain and some strong winds. Again, if you're just joining us here, I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Bowling. I've had 12 years of experience doing this, 10 of which right here in this area. So I know this area like the back of my hand. I know these folks like the back of my hand. So again, if you're looking for a source for severe weather, again, I work a 9 to 5. I do my best to give you that information on the time that I have off. So we are here this evening keeping watch on this. Still significant winds. The strongest winds going right through Temple right now. Those are going to be heading towards Waurika Lake, and it's going to be very close. It's going to be right along the Stevens and Jefferson County line between Addington and Comanche. So still looking at every bit of 70 to 80-mile-per-hour winds there. So Chad is saying that the sirens are going off in Duncan and maybe Marlo. Again, that tornadic circulation is still there. Let's go back to correlation coefficient. So again, not really seeing anything tornadic here at the moment with that. Not seeing anything there just yet. Again, if you're looking for this in the rain, you're not going to find it. Torrential rain still coming down for Lawton, Geronimo, Elgin, Walters, Temple. Waurika is about to see these strong winds coming through here. Sabine, City of Lawton released a statement saying that they will have to open the floodgates at Latonka and Ellsworth. Flooding expected in the next 6 to 8 hours. Again, folks in Cotton County have already been taking it on the chin here. If you are in Garden Village, if you are in Turtle Creek, those neighborhoods, you probably need to make those preps now to get out of there. with more of this heavy rain coming down tonight, the gates opening here, probably best to go ahead and get out of there right now with additional rainfall on the way. So the flash flooding is going to be an increasing threat here in the Lawton area. Let's go back to the velocity again. And so there is, again, this is our signature right here. There is your circulation right in here, still between Hewlin and Empire City. If we get a little closer, it is just outside of Gas City. Just outside of Gas City. So I can't really see any road names here. We're getting really small. Can't really see anything there. This looks to be several miles to the east of Duncan. So you've got from downtown Duncan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 miles east or west of Duncan. So Comanche, okay to exit the shelter. You've got some strong winds that are about to come in. They are not tornadic, but they are going to be pretty strong. So again, every bit of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds working the way into the Comanche area here. Already going through, the winds are picking up a little bit more in Waurika and Addington. So that is every bit of 70 mile per hour winds coming through. Need to hang on. So Casey, sirens going off in Marlo. Still looking at that circulation. It is not tight, but it is still a little bit stronger. The winds are still very strong in Temple. Still significant winds in Temple. That's every bit of 70 to 80 mile per hour winds right there. Still not in the clear for Temple. Let's reset here real quick. Let's go back to the radar view just so everybody has a chance to see what's going on here. The only tornado warning we have does include Duncan, Central High, Marlo, and Bray. That circulation is around Gas City, coming up on the territory, and it's going to be heading more towards the Lawton Duncan Y and up towards Marlo on its current track. So that's what we're looking at there. I have not given out a recent track on that. I will do that here shortly. Everywhere else, Waurika down through Ryan and Terrell, looking at 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Lawton, Medicine Park, Elgin, Sterling, Fletcher, nothing severe. Torrential rain, flash flooding is the bigger concern. So that's what we're seeing here. All that heavy rain is going to continue into Grady and Caddo counties. Dive in a little bit closer. We're still seeing a little bit of lightning right here around the circulation area. You can see it drop down here very close to where that circulation is as well. Go back to the velocity. Still have that area of circulation right in here. So it's going northeast at about 45. So this is going to come close to Marlo. It's going to head a little bit more towards Rush. So we've got Oil City, doorstep right now. Central High, 923. Got Rush Springs at 940. So if we've got Central High at 923, we're at about 925 for the Marlo area. And then Rush Springs down the line, 940. So if you're in the watermelon capital, this is coming up for you, 940. Still dangerous winds down here around Temple. These are starting to spread towards Comanche. Doesn't look like nearly the 80 mile per hour winds, but still very strong winds coming into Comanche here over the next little bit. So take that off. Let's time this out. This is going to be east at 45. Let's put these stronger winds coming through Comanche. If it holds on, I don't know if it'll hold on quite to Velma, but want to get that out that way too. Comanche, those strong winds in your neck of the woods around 930. Loco around 946. Velma Alma 950. That circulation area around the territory is still holding on, but not as strong. still that little wiggle. Still need those folks in Central High, Marlo, western half of Duncan to hold on here just in case. Again, this could decide to ramp back up, but it's the current track I have is for the stronger winds working their way through. All right, back off of here. Another pocket of stronger winds. Again, pretty much along Highway 81 throughout the entirety of Jefferson County there, from Addington down south to Waurika, Ryan, Terrell, Sugden. That is where we're seeing that. If you're around, so what you're seeing here, this is our boundary. That is right here. So you can see this boundary is actually retreating. So there is our boundary right in here. So anything that manages to tap into this boundary, we need to be watching out for. So we still need to be on guard here around Comanche and Velma. We're right along that boundary, and it could decide to tap into that and take advantage of some of that rotation. So that is what we're seeing here at the moment. Just some strong winds that are coming down, but that boundary is, if you're north of that, you have more of the hail and the wind threat typically. South of that, you have more of your tornado threat. Back out of here again. So Kobe is asking, is Lawton in the clear? So this is where I have to kind of reset myself, make sure folks that are just hopping in here know what we're tracking. So let's come back off of this. Lawton's still dealing with some heavy rainfall right now. Still torrential rain. Cache is drying out right now. There are still some more storms down here back to the southwest. I'll have to watch for overnight tonight for potential development for more strong storms. That would be after midnight that we would see some of that. And the storms will stay on the severe side, working their way through. Let's see here. Go back to the rainfall totals, see if there's any. So I've seen some pretty heavy rainfall here around the Lawton area over the last hour. In town, already 2 inches of rain. The heaviest rain has been down here across Cotton County. Already 3 or more inches of rain coming down there. Heavy rain in the Fletcher area. Cody Hawes, good to see you on here, sir. Again, nothing severe in Lawton, Elgin, or Medicine Park. The circulation area is still over here to the east, or to the west, excuse me, west of Duncan. So this is between Hewlin and Duncan. It's not nearly as strong as it was. Debbie says, my street is flooded already in Lawton. If you're able to take any pictures, if you're able to see anything, I would appreciate that. But again, only if you are safe. Got asking about what's happening in Lawton. Right now, again, nothing severe, heavy rain. Tail end is back out towards Cache. So that's what we're seeing right now in Lawton. That'll be winding down here with more storms possible after midnight. Can Temple get out of those shelters? So the significant winds are done there, Debbie. The rain is about to end. So, okay. Debbie, I think you're good to come out of the shelter. You guys are there. If there's any damage, I'd like to know about that, Debbie. Again, I know several folks down there. So if there's any pictures out there, let me know about that. Debbie's saying she's just down the road from me. I am in my office here. I've got the window in front of me, but I can't really see anything over the computers right now. I've got to get the right lightning flash to see any of that. Rita is saying that Sheridan Road is flooded. I assume the same spot that was flooded back on Saturday, down around the Mexican restaurant down south of Gore. Is that right, Rita? Uh, Noah, maybe you can tell me again. South of Gore, I assume the Sheridan part. I know there's Sheridan up north, uh, north of the Sonic tends to get flooded there as well. Debbie not there. So yeah, if you can, if you're able to find out, how about Quorum? Can people leave their shelters? Still have the gusty winds pretty close by, but they're still right there. So Candy still need to hunker down here. Shelby, we've got some strong winds coming through, but that tornadic circulation is definitely weakening. So that is good news for western parts of Duncan, Central High, and Marlo. That circulation is weakening. Ginger asking about Highway 65 North Hewlin. So that circulation is to your east. It is weakening, Ginger. So that was going to stay to your east. Yeah, by the Walmart on Sheridan. So I assume the canal is absolutely taken over. Do you think, Duncan, do you think no, Nathan, we're not looking for tornado to come through Duncan here. Again, that circulation is weakening. Still in the tornado warning, though, for Duncan, the Duncan Y, Central High, and Marlo. So until they drop this, I still need folks to take their tornado precautions just in case. Jessica near Halliburton. So we are looking right in here. I think you are fine. You can see how this circulation has really gone broad and definitely not as tightened up. So we are definitely improving here. Not all clear yet, but the situation is definitely not as dire for Highway 7, the Lawton Duncan Y, Central High, or Marlo. Definitely improving conditions. That is definitely some great news there. Any hail now? Anything on the map for hail near Trail and Gore? Goodyear Boulevard flooding about a foot deep from Menace. Thank you for passing that along. Let's get this off of here and let's see. I haven't not checked the hail. Comanche need to be hunkered down here. Got some strong winds coming into your neck of the woods here within the next handful of minutes. Check the hail real quick. Not really seeing anything more than pea-size hail here, guys. Hail is definitely not the factor at the moment. Comanche, that strong wind is right on your doorstep. We're looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4 miles west of town. So if you're in Comanche, need you inside and away from the windows. The radar is going to be looking a little higher in here, but this could be every bit of 70-mile-per-hour winds heading into the town of Comanche. So coming right along Highway 53 into Comanche, looking at the possibility of 70-mile-per-hour winds there. Back up here, you're seeing the leading edge of the straight line winds coming through Duncan. Still heavy rainfall and some storms for downtown Duncan, but our threat is diminishing here at the moment. The circulation up there around Central Highland Marlo, not nearly as intense or wrapped up. So we're seeing that. We're seeing it. So Cassie, you're in Marlo. You're still in the tornado warning. That circulation is weakening. I'm not giving the all clear yet. Still need you all to watch this, be close to the shelter. But again, it is weakening. It is not nearly as tight and wrapped up as it was when it was coming out of the Temple area. So that's what we're seeing right now. It is weakening, heading in the right direction. Back out and let's, again, this area of wind around Comanche is the strongest of this. So Ruth asking about Central, so Rush Springs. So that these little squiggles up here around Rush Springs, you're going to be in your neck of the woods here within the next 20, 30 minutes. So may possibly see some warnings come out of this, but as of right now, not anything immediately to concern myself with there, Ruth. So Brittany's asking no tornado risk for Duncan with the back half of this storm. Correct. Correct. We are still seeing this area down here, these strong winds that are coming through Comanche right in here. So this is trying to develop a circulation, but it is very strong winds on the order of 70 miles per hour coming into the town of Comanche. If I time this out a little bit further, I know we had some folks out in Velma Alma here that were watching this too. Let's track these strong winds out in the direction of Velma Alma, 45 miles per hour. That's going to be Comanche right on your doorstep right now. Velma Alma, right around 9:50, out towards County Line at around 10 o'clock. So Velma Alma, if these winds hang on, you're looking at closer to 9:45, 9:50. So once this phase passes, it's just rain after. Some stronger storms, wind, hail, and some rain will be the primary threats. Again, there's a non-tornado threat overnight, but the primary threats are heavy rain, damaging winds, and hail. So we still need to keep your phones off of silent, have multiple ways of staying informed. We will make sure to keep you updated the best we can as these storms work their way through the area. Go back to the reflectivity here. Lawton still seeing heavy rain. It is coming down a little bit lighter, not nearly as strong, but it is coming down lighter. We're already starting to see it lighten up over towards 82nd Street. Patty says, we love your stream. We're on 65 north of Temple. How was it? Looked like some pretty strong winds come through there. Everybody come out okay. Yes, Tatum. Possibility of some more storms after midnight tonight. Billy Eves asking about Paul's Valley looking so far. Yeah, that's the first one to ask about Paul's Valley here. Let's see. Let's get the linear mode on here and let's close this and get. I need my. It does not want to cooperate. Push this in your direction around 45 as well. Let's see the rough timeline there for Billy Eves heading into Paul's Valley. It's going to be a little after 10 o'clock. So we're looking about that time frame there, Billy. In Comanche here, do we need to be undercover? Still looking at some 70 mile per hour winds possibly coming through there, Jennifer. Need you at least away from the windows. Is Duncan in the clear? The circulation has weakened. Still a lot of heavy rain and some lightning. So Vicky, we're not seeing that tornadic circulation there. But definitely want to stay inside and let the heavy rain come through. So Devin, as I mentioned, again, heavy rain and storms coming through right now. That tornadic circulation is weakening. So again, if you're down around Marlo or Central High, it is improving for you. Should we be worried in Marietta? So we'll be watching out for these storms here. This storm down here around Bowie, you'll be watching out for that one. That's got a tornadic circulation here. You are looking down the line here. Get this off of here. If that holds on. Come on, give me my. This holds on and goes 45 as well. We see Kelsey again. You're looking closer to around 10:30 for the Marietta area to see those storms. Kristen Hall saying that the power's in and out in Elgin. It might be a rough night. So, yeah, definitely some gusty winds. When should we be on the lookout overnight near Medicine Park? I'll show the model here in just a second. Will there be any more systems tonight to worry about? So, yeah, we've got some folks that are wanting to know about what is on the way for the overnight. Just trying to get to where we can get at least a decent stopping point here. Still have some pretty strong winds, 60 to 70 coming through Comanche. Dakota saying, so this round is supposed to be the worst. So can I safely go to bed in Lawton besides flooding issues? So yes, I would say you're right there. So that's what we're looking at there. I think you're good to go to sleep here right now, and then we'll be watching for the early morning hours. So Katie saying, appreciate the info around Paul's Valley, a family in Wynnewood, Stratford, Paul's Valley. So again, around 10:30 for those folks. Kathy, uh, Maria, my brother lives there in Scottsdale, Arizona. Not talking about Arizona, but I did have my folks live out there for a while. Let's see again. Still have those strong winds coming through. Can we go to bed in Clay County? So Manny down in Texas. For right now, you are fine, but there are more storms out here, out around Olney and Archer City that need to be watched as well. So I'm not sure where you are in Clay County, Manny, but you've got some more storms coming up here out of Olney, Archer City, heading in that direction. Mike Watson, Sterling going to bed are going to be good with the rotation between Marlo and Duncan weakening. Yes. Yes, Mike. We're definitely trending in the right direction there. That circulation is weakening quite a bit. Go to the right product here. So still seeing just a little notch in here. So they are still holding on with that tornado warning just in case. It's about to pass by Marlo, right between Central High and Marlo here, that little leftover of the circulation area. But as far as Sterling goes, yes, Sterling is good. Can we go to bed in Duncan? It's going to be a little bit heavy rainfall, but I think you should be fine with some rumbles. And Barber, we're looking here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. We'll see that storm coming through. So there is a big severe thunderstorm warning. Yikes. Okay, let's break this apart. So this is going to include everybody in southern Grady, over towards Pauls Valley, towards I-35. So they are pretty much covering this whole area with a severe thunderstorm warning. So this is going from Sterling to Comanche to Waurika. So still the whole thing is moving east or northeast at 50 miles per hour. So it's going to get out of here in a hurry. So Shannon asking about Hilton and Ardmore. Again, all of this is more straight line winds working its way through. Let's get the one big line here. And push this northeast at 50. And try and capture as much as we can. There's a lot of towns in here. Ringling at around 9:55. Lone Grove at around 10 o'clock. Falls Creek around 10:05. Wynnewood at 10:04. Ardmore 10:10. Alec around 10:11. Purcell around 10:20. So yeah, that's a little after 10 o'clock that we're looking for those folks there. Yeska. What about Empire? Are we safe now? For the moment, yes. Do we have any touchdown in Comanche? Was not a touchdown. It was more straight line winds working their way through. Velma and Loco here. What is our tornado threat? Still looking mainly at strong winds. The leading edge of that line is right on your doorstep here. So not really looking at a tornado threat. It is straight line winds working their way through. Foster. David, where is Foster? Man, I do not know my Oklahoma geography as well as I think I do. Pushing me on this one. Where is Foster? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Elmore City. Gotcha. Took me a minute. We're going to figure this out together. Is Duncan in the clear? Still have heavy rainfall coming through there. Again, Elmore City, if I could put that track on there one more time. This line of winds right here. heading northeast at 50 miles per hour. Let's get David there in Foster a time frame, since I found out where Foster is for the first time. (9:48). Yes. Thank you to Corey and to Shelley for helping me out there. I appreciate it. Again, I thought I knew my Oklahoma geography a lot better than that, but apparently it is still lacking at times. There will be some pockets of some stronger winds coming through Duncan, heading towards Alma here in the next 20 to 30 minutes. But as far as anything tornadic, not really the case with that just yet. There may be some little wiggles along the line that have to be watched, but as of right now, nothing imminent with a tornado threat here. There is that last little bit, that little notch going right through Marlo right here. It is working its way out of town, though. So again, Central High, you're good. Duncan, you're good. So Marlo, again, I think you're good now. So Bray is about to see the leading edge of those winds coming through. Marlo should be good. Central High is good. Duncan's good. Comanche's good. Let's go ahead and start trying to pick apart what we're looking at here for tonight. Go back over to the reflectivity, and let's just try and put a bow on this, and then try and get some rest, and then let's see what we've got going on. So Zane, is that rotation at Marlo going south of Maysville? Another one. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. It looks like it is going to pass maybe closer to Maysville, to Lindsay, and closer to Ellick and all that. So that's where I believe that any last little bit of circulation would be going through there. Let's see. Gabrielle, do we have any severe happening for round 2 or round 3? So that's what I'm trying to get to here. Try to get to my models. Let's get to the short range models here. So this is picking up 9 o'clock, and you can see it is a little slow with these storms. So take that into consideration. It should be out here. So we'll say this is 8 o'clock's run right here. So this is, we're going to call this 8 o'clock, despite what the clock says. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So you see after midnight, we see a few more of these storms trying to bubble up along that front. So more rumbles here overnight. Duncan, Lawton, Snyder. That's 3, 4. That's 2, 3. Here it comes. Here is the bigger line that's going to come through. That's 3. 4, right on the doorstep of Lawton, Elgin, Chatty, Granfield. 5, right on the doorstep of Duncan, Rush Springs, Marlo, Comanche, down through Waurika Lake. 6, now over towards Lindsay, Loco, Waurika, Ryan, Terrell, Sugden. 7, 8, clears I-35. So a lot of this is going to be taking place just before many of you go to work. So this is going to be, again, if I back up here, that line is going to be right around 3 o'clock for the Altus folks, 2, 3 o'clock. It's going to be around 3 or 4 o'clock around Lawton and I-44. It's going to be closer to 5 o'clock over towards Highway 81. So it's 9:37 now. I think everybody is late to bed now. To be honest, everybody's a little late to bed. You need to go ahead and get some rest now, because again, you're going to be rumbled awake here probably closer to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with this line of storms. As goes with these kind of lines, most of the threat is going to be straight line winds or that in the way of some smaller hail. These little wiggles that you've seen along this Bowling stretch coming through Stevens County, as we've talked about, could have little wiggles, could have brief tornado warnings through the early morning hours. So again, that 3, 4, 5 o'clock time frame, we got to watch out for them. Again, I'm going to do my best. Again, I've got a 2-month-old I'm trying to also keep tabs on, and a couple of kids that have been sick. So we are going to do my best to do what I can. Again, I can't promise you that I will be on here. So just go ahead and trying to ease you down now. Make sure you have multiple ways of staying informed through the overnight hours. I will say that this tornado warning, back that up. Tornado watch is still in effect for until 1 o'clock. Now, we'll likely see a severe thunderstorm watch reissued for the early morning hours, probably. And then again, straight line winds, heavy rain, large hail, or some smaller hail, and then some little wiggles in the line. Could be an isolated tornado threat as that works its way through. So again, over towards Altus around 2, 3 o'clock, over towards I-44, closer to 4 o'clock, and then 5, 6 out towards the east. So again, trying to give you that heads up. Get your rest now before the storms rumble through. Is Duncan good? The sirens are going back off again. JT, really? They're going off again? Well, let's go back to the radar and let's see what's going on. Not seeing anything to really prompt that. That's a little odd, but yeah, not seeing that. Let's go back to, okay, let's try to put a bow on everything here. Let's see what's going on. Strongest storm looks down here coming out of Montague County. Those of you down around Love County, want to watch out for this storm here. So that'll be coming up through Leon towards Highway 32, Marietta, Thackerville. They'll want to watch out for that heading towards I did not know they sounded an all clear siren. Every one of these towns handles it differently. The strength of the winds could be 50. It could be baseball size hail. It could be an all clear siren. I learned that today. I've been here since 2010, and I did not know that Duncan sounded an all clear siren. So thank you for enlightening me here. I did not know that. All right. So yes, that is that would be your all clear siren there in Duncan. The more you know. Cue the star going across the screen there. Most of those kids in their teens will not know what that is. So again, all clear there in Duncan. The rain is starting to lighten up in Comanche, Waurika at the moment. Lawton's starting to see it dial down as well. Still have the threat of heavy rainfall. I want to go back to the model here real quick, and I just want to get an idea of what the rainfall may look like here. So this is future rainfall. And again, some of these areas, we could be picking up on the order of 2 to 4 inches of rain in areas along I-44 and Highway 81. So that's what we're looking out for. Additional rainfall, 2 to 4 inches overnight tonight along I-44 and Highway 81. So that's what we need to watch out for. Let's see. That's what gets so many in trouble in Duncan. Everything's different. Yes. Fort Sill's different. Cache is different. Lawton's different. Yes. The Central High Sterling need to be in the safe place. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We are good. We are still seeing, let me go over here. There's the last little bit. It's actually starting to lighten up here shortly. Just hopping back on. We've been in the cellar. Everything okay? Becca, just making sure everything is good. You guys good out there? All right. So again, now is the chance to go to sleep. So again, I know many of you like to stay up till 10, 11 o'clock. That's not the case tonight. I need you to go to bed now so you can be ready for those alerts coming off here, coming up around the 3, 4, 5 o'clock time frame. So Ashley asking about, is there another round coming for Southwest Oklahoma tonight? Yes. Yes. We're probably looking closer to 4, 5 o'clock here in the Lawton area, 2, 3 o'clock over towards Altus, 5, 6 o'clock over towards Duncan. So this is going to be coming through just as you're trying to wake up. And so again, need to be on guard. So get that rest now, because many of you are going to be rumbled awake here between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning. So that's about. Do not start that, Chris. Let's not do any of that. So again, Debbie, thank you for the pictures. I will take a look at those. So again, get your rest now. More lines coming through between that 2 to 6 time frame, depending on how far west or east you are. So again, I am going to go ahead and put a bow on this for now. Try and get my own rest here. Again, I cannot promise you I will be back on. I will try my best, but again, have multiple ways of staying informed through the overnight. Again, 2 o'clock out west, closer to 3, 4 here around the Lawton area, and around maybe closer to 5, 4, 5 over towards the Duncan area. So again, a lot of this is going to be coming through just before you go to work, and flash flooding is going to be the major concern through the overnight. Do not cross through any road that you're not certain is still there. So again, make sure you have multiple ways of staying informed. I'll try my best to keep you updated, but there are no promises here. I've got work just like everybody else coming up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I will do my best to try and keep you updated, but I cannot promise you that. Again, I appreciate y'all for hopping in on here and trusting me with your storm information. We'll keep our eyes on storms overnight tonight, and then hopefully we get a little bit of quieter weather here going towards Wednesday afternoon and Thursday. Appreciate you as always. We'll have another update on the forecast, the live forecast tomorrow evening, and then we'll keep you updated through the overnight. Appreciate you, folks. Have a wonderful night.